It's a standard hammock, like a regular Twin Oaks hammock.
No, it is not. There's nothing
not.
standard about it.
Okay.
Everything about it has changed. The entire hammock has been redesigned entirely. This is called the Butterfly Hammock.
The Butterfly Hammock.
Because it looks a bit like a butterfly. I've been making hammocks for the whole time I've been here. It used to be everybody would learn how to make hammocks when they came here. And I was taught like everybody else, and I rather took to it. Unscheduled work that I can do anytime I want, and I kind of like the craftiness of it. So I've been making hammocks for 40 years now. This was the last of the wood divider models.
How many prototypes did you go through?
Well, so it depends on what you consider a prototype. This is what makes it 2 seats instead of 1. You could have anything from letting it go all the way down, so you have almost nothing. This would be for a couple who wants to cuddle.
Right.
Right? They don't want very much separation. And then from there, you can do it to any amount, as much separation as you want. And at any point here, you tie the knot and it stays that way.
How did relaxation exist before this?
It was done badly.
Right? Poor form. Poor form.
It feels really comfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like I could lounge in it like a normal hammock, but I could also like sit here and read a book, which you can't really do.
Basically a giant bandsaw.
That is a giant bandsaw. That's
Right?
certainly what it
Giant
is.
horizontal bandsaw. And it cuts the logs into boards. You can see the log there that has been cut partly. And then the boards go over to the drying sheds because wood has to dry for a long time. So the boards are then cut into pieces like this. This is then run through that machine, which is called a planer molder. It planes all 4 sides at the same time. And then from there, they're taken and they're put in this machine. So there's 22 drill bits and it does all of them at the same time. So then it's run through this, which is a broad belt
That's the biggest
sander.
belt sander I've ever seen.
Conveyor belt, so to speak, and it runs it through and it does a whole bunch of them at once. We used to do it all on the
On
drum
this.
sander.
Wow.
You do each one like
Here's do
that.
one by one.
Now, the spreader bars here are also different because you notice that the hammock hangs at an angle. If you're going to make something for people to sit in, you want a low side and a high side. You simply take this and you do this, and it flattens out some, and then it's more like a conventional hammock.
Is this the first time that you've designed a new hammock product?
No, I did some designing before that. I designed a net hammock that we sold for people doing backpacking, and this definitely stretched my brain continually.
Yeah.
I have come to understand why inventors are characterized as being kind of like distracted all the time, because this is kind of running around in the back of my brain all the time. How can I improve it? The bed is the most fundamental part, as it is with the other hammocks, and this bed is very different. You will notice it gets very deep here and then rises up. In order to give this deepness, we had to put extra measurements into it. And we weave a standard hammock. This is the curve at which we measure each rope. Each rope is measured out to that point. So I made this whole new section, right? And each rope is then measured first to this point, and then again to this point.
Okay.
So what you see here, all of these, are the extra measurements. So this is a rope machine. The yarn comes off of all these. It's all channeled into here. So that goes into making 1/3 of a piece of rope. That looks like this.
Right.
Right, all those threads come into making a thing looks like that. 3 of these are put into here. They're in there.
And it goes there.
3 of those go into there.
Come on out. Okay, and then it goes up and through and through and through.
And then it goes on
Wrapped
to
around the dowel.
then it won't clang, right? What people don't necessarily get as soon as they see it is that the entire hammock has been redesigned. This is kind of a, culmination, a gathering of various ideas that I've had about how to improve hammocks.
So Twin Oaks runs a bunch of different businesses, and their hammock business is definitely the most iconic. There's something about hammock making that's just perfect for a community. The Butterfly Hammock is the newest in a long line of hammocks that have been handmade at Twin Oaks since 1967. That's a long time, more than 50 years. You can find out more at twinoakshammocks.com.